Welcome to World Literature. My name is Mrs. Weber, and this is my 7th year teaching at Valley Christian, but it's my first year teaching this particular course. My background is in history, but I have to warn you, history and literature have much more in common than you might think. In fact, the thing I am most looking forward to about this school year is the close collaboration we're going to have between this course and modern world history. Yes, your students will be seeing me for both of those classes, so I already warned them that means they'll be fully Weberized by the time they're done with sophomore year. Let me share a little bit more about the World Literature course. Your students are going to love this class because we were made for stories. Storytelling has been a part of the human race for as far back as we can observe. We have written records from the earliest river valley civilizations. Maybe your students remember that from ancient world history. But we also know that there have been oral traditions of sharing stories aloud that date back even further. In fact, stories are a hallmark of what it means to be human. Stories are powerful. They bind us to one another. They define us. As humans, we are made in God's image. Think about God and storytelling for just a moment. How did God reveal himself to humans over time? Through his word, through stories written down and collected in what we now call the Bible. We are wired for stories. God made us that way. As we explore works from around the world this year, from different eras, from different cultural perspectives, students will grow in empathy as they relate to other image bearers of God who they might not otherwise get the privilege to meet. That is the power of story. In this class, students will improve their literacy and communication skills through reading, writing, listening, and speaking. One of our main aims is to develop confidence and comfort in expressing ourselves and in engaging in others' perspectives. World literature encourages enjoyment in the learning process, not just in the results. The main texts that students will be working through in world literature this year are Julius Caesar, Things Fall Apart, Selected Global Poetry, All Quiet on the Western Front, Night, The Hiding Place, Mouse, and some choice reading at the end of semester 2. Students of world literature can expect weekly homework assignments as well as nightly reading. There will also be ongoing assignments in core literature and writing. For assessments, students will take regular reading quizzes, write essays, and participate in Socratic seminars, among other assessment formats. Let's talk about how to stay connected this school year. First, please email me if you ever have a question about the course. My email is aweber@valleychristianschools.org. Now let's talk about Veracross. Here is where you can access your class website as well as your students' grades. So please be checking Veracross frequently so that you can stay up to date with everything that's happening in world literature. Lastly, let's discuss office hours. For this school year, the best way to schedule office hours is to email me directly and I can schedule a time for your student. We also can take advantage of something called Connections Block. This is a school-wide designated time for students to schedule meetings with their teachers. This happens every Tuesday afternoon, and I can set aside time for your student to talk with me on Zoom. Lastly, I want to close by thanking you for entrusting your students' education to Valley Christian Schools. I'm so excited for world literature this year, and I hope your students are ready for the adventure too.